We have just had a quick early morning roundtable discussions with our partners as a Ministry of Interior and National Administration. And for this short briefing session, I'm joined by my PS colleague, PS Salome, who is in charge of Correctional Services, the Deputy Inspector General of Kenya Police, Mr. Douglas Kanja, and then the Commissioner General of Prisons, Brigadier Warioba, and the PAS for Internal Security, Mr. Njenga. Of course, on my side is the UN Resident Coordinator, Dr. Stephen Jackson, and the UNDP Resident Representative, Mr. Anthony. Now, just a brief highlight is that we were taking stock as a ministry in terms of what we've been able to achieve over the last 1 year, primarily looking at what the key priority areas are for the ministry, but also what we've been able to work on together with our development partners. And then after that review, we are looking at what the priorities are for the year, that is 2024, and how we can better collaborate and how we can better partner to achieve those priorities. Maybe just a top highlight of some of those priorities. One is with regards to the institutional reforms within the security sector. So whether it's the reforms within the National Police Service, the reforms within the Kenya Prison Service, and generally the reforms within the coordination of national government administration. As you are aware that the ministry is responsible for the coordination of government programs and activities across the country. Secondly, there are engagements towards improving not just the infrastructure, but also capacity building of the officers that work with us within the ministry. And thirdly is that there has been ongoing discussions to address the gaps that are there, particularly within the National Police Service and the Kenya Prison Service. At the end of last year, the Chief Justice Emeritus, Maraga, presented a report, and that report had a raft of recommendations, almost 600 of those recommendations that needs to be implemented for making a difference within the three sectors or the three services. And we've been able to break down those recommendations and prioritize what needs to be implemented immediately, what needs to be implemented in the medium term, and also what will take 2 to 3 years to actualize. And while at it, we have also been then able to isolate a few of those recommendations that would require policy guidance and direction from the leadership, the top leadership in government. Without saying more than that, allow me to just ask my PS colleague to make a comment and then...
around the improvement of good governance at national but also at local level. Today I think was important. It was important for a number of reasons, but one in particular is that we were able to come together to discuss first and foremost how to build upon and take forward our work in having better coordination, coherence, but also complementarity. And I think I'll conclude by saying that as development partners, we stand ready to continue support to this really important set of initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you.
P.S. It's often said that there's no peace without development, no development without peace, and neither of the above without human rights. The ministry that you both represent brings all of that together. It is the hardest working ministry, I think, in government that puts peace and development together. And so on behalf of the whole United Nations, we're so proud to be partners with you. We had the opportunity this morning to look at a whole range of areas of cooperation. Let me just touch on 3 so rapidly. The first, in the area of the refugee file. We're so excited that the Sharika plan, after 30 years of generous hosting of refugees in Kenya, is going to help us make this transition to helping the development of host communities and refugees together. We're really, as partners, looking forward to supporting that. The second, already mentioned, the Moraga Task Force has made these very, very important recommendations around terms and conditions for police, the accountability of police, and around the policy and legislative framework. And again, we're very excited as partners to be supporting government to take that forward. Finally, we have been helping you, at your request, PS, to look at the future of the peace-building architecture, that panoply of institutions that have helped Kenya remain so peaceful for so long. The independent panel of advisors has come up with a really groundbreaking report, I think, the beginnings of a new agenda for peace in Kenya. We're really looking forward to taking that report forward with you. So much to work on together, and we really want to thank you for that collaboration that is bringing peace and development and human rights together through your ministry and through this government. Asanteni.
Thank you. Asanteni sana. And the answer is yes, and that will be implemented over a 3-year period beginning July. Thank you.